Hey everyone, it's Laura from the blog ourwheelyhouse.com, and today I'm doing another What We Eat in a Week. This one is all about breakfast, so I'm just going to take you along and show you some different healthy breakfast ideas and things that we ate this week. On the first morning, we had a sourdough fruit pizza. So I just made my crust very similar to the way I make my sourdough pizza crust. I just put some sourdough starter onto a preheated cast iron skillet, and then usually I drizzle this with olive oil and some herbs, but this time I used coconut oil and some cinnamon and sugar. The trick to making a sourdough pizza crust is to make sure that your cast iron skillets are really hot so it does not stick. And then I just bake this in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes or until the crust is golden brown. While the crust was cooking, I sliced up some strawberries, kiwis, and blackberries. Then I made some whipped cream with cream cheese, honey, and cream. The next morning we had sourdough pancakes. This is a super easy recipe. I just use a couple cups of sourdough starter, a couple eggs, some honey, some melted coconut oil, and a little bit of baking soda. Cook them on my cast iron skillet with a little bit of coconut oil. The next morning I made a breakfast casserole. I love making these at the beginning of the week because they usually last us a couple of breakfasts and they're ready to go. You can just heat them back up in the morning. So I started off by shredding up some potatoes for hash browns, and then I diced up some onions and mushrooms. own sausage by adding in my own seasoning mix that I make into my ground beef, and then I added in my onions and mushrooms and just sauteed all this together. Towards the end, I added in a pan full of mixed greens. While the meat cooked, I whisked up 12 eggs with some cream, and then I assembled all the ingredients into a 9x13 baking dish, topped it with cheese, and baked it for about an hour. The next morning, my daughter made our famous applesauce muffins. These are really good. We make this with our own oat flour, applesauce, and some honey. It's a really good breakfast, especially if you have any allergies in the house, because it is gluten-free, egg-free, and dairy-free. I have this recipe on my blog, so I will link that below. The next morning we had kefir smoothies. I make these pretty often in here because we always have raw milk kefir in our refrigerator. And I'm just adding in some frozen bananas and berries. I love to add in fresh lemon juice. It just makes the smoothie so delicious. And this is a great breakfast, especially on the go. Hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some new breakfast inspiration. The recipes that were mentioned in this video are linked down in the description box, along with my 30-day to healthy eating cookbook, where I share 30 different breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, complete grocery list to help you to get through the first month of eating healthy. It's all spelled out for you, so you can also grab that. There's a link for it in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I get out new videos like this, along with a lot of DIY recipes every single week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.